Let's end today with an interesting raise. Landscape is a site that wants to become the Glassdoor for venture capital. You know how Glassdoor allows employees to rate their companies anonymously, letting you know if a given employer and their culture and their whole, vibe is someplace you want to plug into and work at or not. So I immediately thought when I saw this story, why is this something that hasn't happened before for VC? Like, knowing if a VC is a good fit for your vision is basically an existential thing to consider for your young startup. History is riddled with founders who got into dysfunctional relationships with their VCs or, frankly, just were a poor match, quoting TechCrunch. Landscape, a new review platform for tech startup founders to discover and find investment opportunities, officially launches today. Started by CompSci graduate Joe Perkins, the site purports to provide transparent feedback from entrepreneurs on their experiences with European VCs and accelerators. During its recent beta phase, Landscape clocked up approximately 700 reviews and has garnered 83 verified partners on the platform. The intention is to start with the UK and Europe and later expand to the US market. Perkins came up with the idea this year during the last peak of COVID-19 in the UK after his own experiences raising capital for his educational technology company CourseMatch in 2019. We had been pitching a bunch of investors and I'd been really interested to see how the quality of interaction varied so greatly from each fund. We had one interaction in particular with a London-based fund that ended up being a real time waster, and I remember thinking, I wish I had a mechanism to warn future founders, he commented. CourseMatch ended up raising funds from the Ignite Accelerator and the Development Bank of Wales. Landscape's reviews are provided by anonymous founders who score VCs and accelerators they have interacted with on 12 different factors such as approachability, diversity, and response time. Founders have to provide more information about themselves, the business, and whether the firm they are reviewing invested in their startup in order to provide context. Landscape is free for founders to use, but offers a paid subscription for VCs, enabling them to unlock premium services, allowing them a right of reply. Obviously, some might consider that a form of blackmail, but given they can reply to reviews and see the reasons they might be losing marks, it might concentrate a few minds on how they can improve their offering to founders. This idea itself is not new. Started in 2007, Glassdoor set out to do this for any company. It was acquired by the Japanese firm Recruit Holdings for $1.2 billion in 2018. Better known as a platform for employees to air their grievances about larger corporates, you will, of course, sometimes see tech startups appear on the platform in a positive or negative light. In the VC space, Hideo Resi, founder of the Founder Institute, launched The Funded in 2007. The website is designed to allow entrepreneurs to write anonymous reviews about venture capital groups and their processes. It was largely met with derision from VCs, and Resi intended to keep the site anonymous, but was eventually outed. The Funded never really took off, as the dated design and old updates attest, as the VC world is notoriously gossipy, and it would not usually be that hard to figure out who was doing the dissing. That would also be a challenge naturally faced by Landscape. The Funded started in a very large VC sector, the US. By contrast, Landscape is launching into the UK initially, which is many times smaller. Perkins told TechCrunch, "It's been many years since The Funded launched, and, quote, the ecosystem has matured to a point where something like Landscape can exist." He also said Landscape will go global very soon. Quote, "Success for Landscape is creating a platform that not only allows founders to complete due diligence on investors before taking their capital, but also provides investors with the insights they need to iterate and improve on their own product, something more and more VCs are becoming open to. While a specific VC might be able to infer who they think has left a review, Landscape will never explicitly reveal this," end quote. Good luck to them, because the surest test as to whether a marketplace has a power imbalance is if the phrase, "you'll never eat lunch in this town again," carries any actual weight. If you can be blackballed by the participants on the other side of the table from you, then you're in a lopsided market. Anyone trying to smooth out such power imbalances are truly doing the Lord's work.